Each year, Microsoft Research hosts hundreds of influential speakers from around the world, including leading scientists, renowned experts in technology, book authors, and leading academics, and makes videos of these lectures freely available.
Thank you very much for coming over today. I know many people are here. Also, many people are watching online. So thank you very much. Thank you very much as well to participate in this event. And I'll go over the event that we had over this weekend. But it went really well. We started Friday evening with an introduction to TouchDevelop. It was a workshop, hands-on. Everybody developed their first TouchDevelop apps. And then on Saturday morning till afternoon, we were here. It was more like an office hour, and people were coming in. We were trying to answer as many questions as possible, and a lot got done Saturday. Sunday, I believe, was either resting or working on the apps. Many were working on the apps, so that really went well. And today by noon, we had 17 submissions. So 17 apps were submitted for the competition. And it was hard going through all of them because we wanted to bring out the finalists. So the 8 finalists who would be presenting here. We went through that, and I believe all the finalists are here. And before we go and start looking at each of those finalists, I'd like to introduce our panel of judges. We have 3 distinguished judges amongst ourselves. Yes, of course, Ben. So we have Judith. Judith Bishop is the Director of Computer Science here at Microsoft Research Connections. She's been a professor for quite a long time, all of her life before she came here. Her research interests are in languages, compilers, and she's written a number of books on these topics, and a lot of papers and a lot of research she's done in that area. She'll be one of our judges. Then we have Ben. Ben is a research area manager here. He's managing the research in software engineering group here at MSR, and he'll be one of our judges. Then we have Tao. Tao brings to the judging panel another flavor, which is he's an active professor in one of the universities. He comes to MSR from North Carolina State University. His research work is all about software engineering, social computing, and the like. And he's right now a visiting researcher here at MSR for the summer. I'd like to thank the 3 of you for being here. How we'll frame this competition is we'll give 3 minutes to each of the contestants, each of the finalists, to come up here, present their demo, talk a little bit about it. We do not have individual slide presentations for each demo, though we'll have one slide going up with the name of the project and some screenshots, but they'll be presenting it orally as well as using Wolf Vision to actually demonstrate. The judges would be judging based on the criteria which we set forth earlier, which is the polish and the novelty aspect of the apps. And then we will let them, after all 8 contestants have presented, we let the judges talk to each other, confer with each other, and then come back and announce the 3 winners. But it doesn't end there. Then we have one prize. Well, I should talk about the prizes. We have the Xbox bundle as the first prize. We have the Nokia Lumia 900 as a second prize, and we have the Kinect for Windows as a third prize. And then we have a Lumia 800 as the Choice Award, the People's Choice Award. So we'll be using another project from Microsoft Research which allows you to vote for a certain topic during the presentation. So if you have a phone, a laptop, or any means to go off to the internet, any device, doesn't matter which, there is a URL up there. You'll just go onto that URL, gives you a web page which you can use to vote. So the rest of the 5, the 3 which would be winning the 3 prizes, the first, second, and third, and then the rest of the 5 we'll vote for them based on the choice award, the viewer's choice award. So that's kind of how we'll go. So let's go right into it. The first finalist for today, if I can move this, is 3D traveler Gustav Grandroth. Please come over, and we have a timer here. I'll start that, and then.
Okay. So what I wrote is, I call it 3D Traveler. It's essentially a 3D collect the objects, dodge the obstacles game. So we've seen these before on the internet. The interesting thing with TouchDevelop is, from what I can tell, this is the first 3D game on the platform. TouchDevelop isn't natively have 3D support, so I had to put that in the back end. So what we have here is the entry menu screen. Nothing too special, but what's really hard to see, especially with this presenting, is there's stars moving in the background. So if people want to see later, or actually want to try the app, there's a star field, sort of like the stars screensaver windows that's running. Unfortunately, because of the white balance here, you can't see it, but on the phone, it shows up very nicely. So, a few special options. You can calibrate your accelerometer. This, I think, is an important feature for a game, especially for ones I've seen that don't have it. Because if you're holding your phone sort of vertical like this, and you're on a bus, you want something that you can tilt a lot, because the bus might jerk around a bit. But if you're sitting at home, you might want precision, and you just might want to tilt it a little bit to move all the way left or right. Same with up or down. So that's an interesting feature. The other thing you can also do is email your high score when you're done. And those are both using the TouchDevelop platform. So if we run a new game, you get some information. And now here stuff's showing up really badly. Can we turn off the light on the camera?
Let me focus it.
I guess you can see right there in the center. We have our ship. And here you'll see some information about the project. At the startup of the game, thank you. At the startup of the game, you basically see information about what this game is. Your ship, your enemy. Again, it's red, so now it's not showing up well. Not showing up at all. Shoot. But this is yellow, so this will show up. That's what you're supposed to collect. So, after those three, you basically start the game. So here we are. You can see, unfortunately, this game is optimized for you actually holding it, so I can't put it on a table. But you can sort of see the field at the moment. You have this object which is coming through, and you got the red objects, which are barely visible, zooming up towards you in 3D. Can we project what you're seeing there? No. Okay. There we go. Right there. There you go. So there's our field. And you would see the ship, but I can't actually put the ship on the screen because I'm holding it the wrong way. That's my timer. To finish, game ends, you get a notification, goes back to the main screen, and you can play again. Don't have to restart the game.
Okay. Thank you very much. So the next one is Baby Knows Numbers, Natalia Useva. Did I pronounce it right? Useva. Yeah.
This app supposed to entertain the child at the time where parents forgot the toy with them. Basically, it's just by tapping. You have to move them so that on the top there was a smallest number. And it should be vibrating after the end. And then when you face it down, you will have them different. And actually, I have two different boards. One can be stacked like this. That's it. And boards gets at random, first and second selected at random. So the child just can put it face down and have all over again. That's it.
Thank you very much. Oops, sorry. Our next contestant is Morgan Hoke, gas savings traveler.
So I'm actually going to start with the app already running because this is a GPS app, and I figure what better way to show the GPS app than to have a GPS trace already on it. The basic idea for this app is that if you're going to walk or bike somewhere, this is to encourage you to do that as an alternative to driving. So it traces the route that you take and then tells you about how much gas you saved by doing that. So let's start the app over and kind of get an idea for how this really works. All right, so when you start up the app, you agree with these two buttons, start and stop. And so let's start a new run. So I've just started the app. I'm leaving my house, getting on my bike. I'm going to bike down to the store. You can see that's where I'm starting. And if you remember from when I started, it traces out where you go with the green line. So you can kind of see the route that you've taken and have an idea for what you've done. When you've reached your destination, all you do is hit the back button, the stop. And then it tells you how much you've saved. It tells you what your lifetime savings is. And then it lets you post that to your social networks. And I'm a social guy, so I want to tell my friends all how much better at saving the environment I am than them. And so it will that just calls straight into the TouchDevelop APIs. One additional feature that this app has is a global leaderboard. So you can know how your life savings of gas stacks up against everybody else in the world. Right now, I'm the only one on the leaderboard. And I'm in the lead. Great. That's pretty much all there is to my app. We have live tile support so that if someone picks up your phone, they can see just how much you've saved without even entering the app. Let's see if we can get that to fire. Yeah, that's pretty much all we have to this app.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so the next contestant is Eric Milan with image filters.
Yep. So, well, when I heard about the hackathon, my first idea was trying to do something interesting. And I always wanted to make a camera filter that when you were recording camera and you were looking at everything like in a old 8-bit video game. But then I tried to do it, and it was really slow. So I settled with the second best thing, which is doing it for static images. So here's the application. It's a very straightforward application. Let me just run it here. So first, it just says, please take a picture or load one of your pictures. And just to make it interesting, I'm going to take a picture here. Hopefully it will work. It's a little bit dark, but we'll have to do with this. And then the next thing is that we have a bunch of different image filters. I have like 3 categories of image filters. First, we have the popular Instagram-like vintage filter, which pretty much that's like a sepia tone or a cyan tone or a grayish tone with all the corners like blurred out, which is kind of cool. We have I stopped click on a wrong button. But well, so now I'm going to load a picture because it might have better colors than what we have now. And well, all of course is with the Touch APIs. So let's go with this one. I've never tried this one, so it might be interesting. Oh, I think I clicked the wrong picture. Okay, there it is. So other set of filters I have is just kind of 8-bit video game style filters. There's like a small counter on top of this, and that's because it is really low, and this will just make it like a 8-bit kind of image. And I have another setting here. It just does a different number of colors. So it's like 16-bit or 8-bit. And the other filter I added was just edge detection. I saw that there was an edge detection filter that makes everything look like bas relief, but I wanted to do a little bit more, so I just added like a full edge detection thing here. And I tried to overlay it on the image, but I'm not sure if it is completely different from the original image, but yeah. So basically that's all I did. And well, just if I have 1 second, okay. So just, 1 minute. So to make all the Instagram filters, I just made like a kind of blurry image on the corners and more focus on the right, and that's all calculated by the application here. So that's the image I'm applying together with like a tone, like a sepia tone, and the actual picture. So that's how I get the Instagram like filter. And well, that's pretty much it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, and you can save the pictures and share it with other people, but yeah.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so then we have Lifeline by Emmanuel.
So we've all been in a situation where we want to get out of there, but we don't want to be rude. Whether that be like a conversation or just some awkward spot, and you're like, no. So I decided to write out a script that's basically a lifeline. I'll do a description of the script, and then I'm going to run it. So what this script does is you hit it. You just pretend you're checking your time. You hit it. It sets off about a 2-minute delay, and then it simulates like you're getting a call. And then that way you could be like, oh, excuse me, I got to get up. I got to take this call, come back, something happened, I have to leave. And the best thing about it is that it has an offline and an online mode. Now, online is the prettiest, obviously, but the offline mode also works as long as you're fast enough to catch it before they see what's actually there. So I will run it, and you'll see it. This is actually set for 10 seconds because, I have 3 minutes. I don't want to put 2 minutes waiting. All right, so it runs, right? And it has first it starts off with 3 things. There's a blank screen, as you can see, so people don't even know it's running. Then, afterwards, there's a vibration right now. I don't know if you can hear it. It vibrates 4 times as if somebody's vibrating, and it brings up the screen. It shows you like somebody's calling. And then, but turn off the, if it does one more time. It actually brings a ringtone. And then that's stopped. Now, if I were to go over here into settings, and let's say we take off you're in a place that you have absolutely no service, so like, secret nuclear facility or something. Yeah, let's go ahead, put airplane mode on, come back here, turn it on again. Got another 10 seconds to wait. It would do something similar. The only problem is that it doesn't bring up the original image I showed because I take those straight off the internet, which include the image I showed, but it does bring up one image, so it makes it look like it's somebody in your contacts. It vibrates still, and then the next part, right after this, it plays a sound. It actually makes it sound like it's one of your ringtones that are default that people don't change. So that's pretty much what the app does. And after 10 seconds, it'll stop, so it gives you enough time to walk away. And that's pretty much it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so then we have mini wars. Ahmed.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, before I start, let me thank the Touch Development team for holding this event, and also for making this great development environment. So the game I created is called Mini Wars, and it's a remake of a traditional game which we have 2 artilleries, and each one tries to hit the other one with bombs. I chose this game because I can do it in a very short time, because this is my first application ever tried to Windows Phone. So first, you can select the number of players. You can choose 2, 3, or 4. I limited the maximum number to 4 because the screen size is very limited. So we have here you have 2 tanks here, the red one and the green one. The green one is over here, but maybe it's not very clear here on the screen. You can adjust you can aim to your enemy by dragging this in this area. And then I found that maybe the dragging is not, you cannot aim very accurately. So I added these arrows so you can fine-tune your angle and your power. And then once you are satisfied, you can shoot the bomb at your enemy. And then if it hits him, he loses some power, but now he didn't lose anything. Another thing I added is that you can make it harder to your enemy to reach you by jumping. So your turn can be by doing this jump to change your location. So maybe it becomes harder for your enemy to reach you. Also, I added the different weapons. So sometimes you have this missile instead of the normal bomb. So you have different weapons. And then, of course, I don't have time to finish it because you have to hit your enemy 10 times because he has a life. So on top of here, you have a life for the green one, which is 90, and the other one is 100. And yeah, that's all. I tried to add more weapons, but I didn't have time for all of these because I did all of the weekend. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So this is a really cool game. So when I run it for the first time, it actually downloads a lot of little images and artwork. And then it just talked to me. It said, shake to play. Let's run this again so that you can hear it too.
Shake to play.
Yeah. And now it's a classical snakes and ladders game. So there are 2 players here, red and green. And they move around the board. Every time I shake, they alternate. And depending on what field they hit, it either might climb up or go down. So if I shake, then the dice should roll. Need to shake more. Okay. So the dice was rolling or is rolling, and now the ball moves, and there's also a sound like the ball is actually moving. Every time I shake, the other player takes a turn. Turn the phone off. Yeah, that is a game. I think he anticipated, just went down. I think he anticipated that this will be a big, big hit. He already he used the TouchDevelop feature that allows you to display ads in the program. So the moment you publish this on the marketplace, the money will start rolling in. Okay.
Good. That's it. Thank you. Okay, so now we have PointHop. Who's going to present it? You're going to.
I'll be demoing PointHop today. It's basically a meeting solution for basically anyone who's working at Microsoft to open up this app and you see your meetings for the next couple of days. You pick a meeting, you figure out how you're going to get there. If it's a meeting that's close by, you want to walk there, it gives you the Bing Maps instructions to get there. If you need to call a shuttle, it has all the shuttle stuff built in. So you just click one button and you open up the shuttle. You call them using the phone API, and you can call a shuttle from the point you're at to the point where you need to be. If it's an online meeting, it extracts the conference ID for that online meeting from the body of the email, and it'll have all that information right there, along with the phone number to call into an online meeting directly from the phone. So I'll demo those 3 features for you. I'm actually borrowing a phone over there because I don't have mine right now, so I'll have to go through this sample data quick. So we'll try out a meeting that we just created called Other Meeting. And previously that was the page with all the meetings. So we clicked an individual meeting where we're directed to this map where we're going from Lincoln Square to City Center Plaza. There's content filtering for abbreviations and building numbers, so you can actually work with the API and provide palatable information that works with the Bing API. So if I press back, this isn't what I want to do. I can find the shuttle information. I'll press call shuttle. There. It'll ask me if I want to call, don't call, and I can just go right through there, call the shuttle from the point where I am to the point where I need to be. Now if I click a online meeting, sorry. MSR Talk Series, I can click back to the, well, it wasn't an online meeting, so I can find one quick. There. There you go. Picks out an online meeting, picks out the conference ID from the details, it extracts that, and has the conference number and the conference ID right there, so you can call from your phone and join any of these 3 types of meetings in a really simple, efficient way. And a lot of this is automated, so it all just goes into your appointments, your meeting calendar, and figures out what you have. and really sets it up for you in a user-friendly way to kind of access and plan out your day even, looking ahead. That's PointHop.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So that would be our 8 contestants you've heard from. If the 3 judges would like to confer at the back, you can do that. In the meantime, we can actually have some snacks. And then after they're back, they'll announce the winners.
Okay, so first of all, I wanted to say all the judges agreed that this is just phenomenal work. I mean, the kind of creativity, what you accomplished. Oh, thank you. What you accomplished over the course of a few days is just remarkable. I think it's a remarkable testament to your ingenuity and your efforts, but also to the platform. Let's give Nikolai and Pele a hand from TouchDevelop. I mean, it's really, it's startling to see the kind of things that can be done. And it was really hard. And I was saying that it's really hard as judges to go through and look at these and say, wow, we have to pick only 3 out of all these great projects. So having said that, I'll start with our 3rd place winner. And this is 3D Traveler. So please, whoever did 3D Traveler, come on up. Gustav. So I just want to say about 3D Traveler, I think we really felt strongly that bringing 3D technology to the TouchDevelop platform and showing people that it could be done and it can be done in an effective way is really moving the platform forward. So we really thank you so much for that. Thanks a lot. Okay, so the 2nd place winner we're giving to PointHop. So please come forward. So we felt PointHop was a great illustration of the capability of the phone in terms of not saying, oh, here's a silo that's going to be your map, and here's a silo that's going to be your, your Outlook information. It's basically saying how we can, with TouchDevelop, very quickly bring these sources together and give people the opportunity to get the information they need right now, right in front of them. So that's a great direction to take this technology forward. And for the final 1st place winner, we want to give that to Snakes and Ladders by Andrew Coates. Is Andrew here? Unfortunately, Andrew isn't here. Okay, let me just say a couple words about Snakes and Ladders. We felt that it really illustrates, and again, in a remarkable way, how you can take an idea. In this case, it's sort of an experience that people have had since kids with a board game, and sort of work with a board game and transfer that experience in a matter of days to a working application that has the look and feel and the sort of the polish of what you'd buy in the marketplace, what people would typically buy in the marketplace. And I guess with the integrated ads, it's one of these things where you can see he's going beyond just building as a demo, but actually he wants to monetize it. So we really felt like, again, it's going to be a great milestone for people looking at TouchDevelop to say, wow, what are the things we can build? So thanks a lot to Andrew for that. All right.
And now let's try out a new thing. This is new. This product was released today, actually. The Metingo with the technology we'll use to vote. So bear with me. Now, if you have a device, any device, Windows Phone, iPhone, Android, laptop, anything that you have, all you do is you go to this URL, and this would give you a nice UI with a green like or a dislike. So we'll only be using the likes. And when you have it out, I can then ask for votes for each of the projects. So how this will happen is we'll ask for votes for the 5 remaining runner-ups. So other than these 3, the 5 remaining runner-ups, we'll vote. And we have a Nokia Lumia 800 for the one getting the most votes. OK, so let's vote. Are we done voting? I see 1, 2 greens. Let's move on to the next one, gas-saving traveler. Oh, I have 3. And we close it there. I will reset this. Let's vote for gas savings traveler. Okay, so we have 11 here. Let's now move on to image filters, but let me reset. There you go. Image filters. No dislikes. If you don't like it, do nothing. Okay, so we have 4. Then we have Lifeline. And let me reset. Give me a minute. Yeah, Lifeline. Okay, we have 7. Then we have. I know. But remember, we are helping out another group in MSR to figure this technology out. So they just released this. Okay, so then we have Mini Wars, and let me reset. Come on, yeah. Mini Wars. Should we close it there? Okay, we have 6. And our clear winner is Gas Savings Traveler with 11 votes. Awesome. Thank you. And I'd like to thank all of you for being here, for participating in the event, and for knowing more about TouchDevelop. We hope that you'll continue using it in whatever you do, and we'll continue hearing from you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.